Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. What you're looking at here is fermented banana stem, which we are using here as a feed supplement for our turkeys. These are the animals which we have. We also have chicken, and guys, this is going to be a game changer. Today we will be talking to you why you should be considering giving your birds fermented banana stem. It's going to be if you're going to be rearing turkeys like we do here, and like you can see, we do have a couple of turkeys that are looking very healthy. And guys, we are raising this at the minimal cost because we have food supplements that we give to these turkeys that cut down our cost of feed. Now guys, you realize that the most difficult thing on any poultry farm is going to be able to give your birds sufficient high quality feed, and that is a challenge that most farmers find. And guys, here is your solution. Basically what you see here, guys, is about 40% corn and then 60% banana plant stem. That's what we do. Guys, the other thing is that this banana stem is actually very rich in protein, and when you actually mix it with your chicken feed, this also makes the digestibility of the protein in the feed very much easier, because the fermentation process of this banana stem is going to help you with that kind of problem. So I do feed this to my turkeys, but I also feed this to my chickens. And guys, if you're wondering how you can be able to make this kind of feed for yourself to be able to feed your birds, this delicacy that is very cheap for you to be able to make, so that you can supplement on your feeds, please stick to the video. We will be linking up the video which shows you how you are able to make this feed to be able to feed your animals. So stick to the video, watch until the end, make sure you don't skip any part of this video, so that you don't miss out on that. So guys, like you can see, the turkeys are actually digging in. Guys, the other thing is that this feed which you see here smells very nice. So that smell is going to encourage your turkeys to actually eat the feeds. We do have people that are having challenges with their turkeys actually eating out the feeds. And guys, like you can see, the turkeys actually love to eat this feed. The banana stem, guys, also has some natural antioxidant properties, which will actually give your birds to be able to fight natural diseases, but also to help them to be able to fight issues of stress. Of course, you know that stress in your birds can be something that is really bad. So if you feed this kind of feed to your birds, you are rest assured that they will get that antioxidant properties from this kind of feed, and it will help them to fight stress. If you're wondering whether you can feed this to chickens, my answer will be yes, because I do feed this to my chickens as well. As you can see, they are also loving the feeds, guys. This is partly because the feed actually smells very nice. So when your feed smells this nice, trust me, your birds will love to eat the feeds. And that is what you want, especially if you're going to be supplementing your feeds. You really need to get something that your birds will love to eat, and that way you are able to cut down your cost of feed. The other advantage of feeding this banana stem to your birds, guys, is that it actually promotes growth. Like you can see, guys, I have my birds looking very good, and you see the size. And these are actually very heavy. These were meat birds. You would be already be selling them out. But for us, we raise them here for both eggs and meat. So we do harvest some of them for meat, but they do also give us eggs that we are using here on the homestead. Now guys, this is one of the things that is good with feeding these things that you can be able to get from nature, the grasses and weeds. It also helps to keep your bill for antibiotics very low, because this also has some form of antibacterial properties which will assist your birds to keep their immune system boosted, and they will not be able to get sickly, so that all the time you are not running to the vet to be able to buy medicines and vaccines. Now guys, the other thing is that Now, when you do feed this to your birds, you will realize that your birds will be very satisfied, and of course this is going to lead to better growth and egg production. The other advantage, guys, is going to be that this also has calcium, and guys, you know that calcium is very good when it comes to your laying birds. This is very important to ensure that your birds lay hard shell eggs, and that is very key if you're going to be getting eggs from your birds. And of course, if you're going to be also hatching your own birds, then it is important that you get high quality eggs, because that also determines the rate of hatching in your farm. Guys, the other advantage of feeding banana stem to your poultry is going to be its cost effectiveness. You know, guys, that this is basically you're going to be getting this at a free cost. You will be getting to anyone that has harvested a banana plant or a banana fruit. For us here, we call it a matoke plant. Tell us in the comment section how you call this in your language, or how you call this in your country, so that we get to know, all of us, how the common names of these plants are, that we get to utilize it. So now, if you're going to be getting this for free, and this is going to make almost up to 60% of your feed, then it means you are going to be lowering down your cost of feeding. And guys, you know that the cost of feeding is one of the biggest problems if you're going to be raising any livestock. Many people have given up on raising this livestock because the cost of feeding them is actually out of the roof, and they are discouraged to continue raising these birds. Of course, we have been getting questions whether one should be able to include yeast and molasses in the feeds. Guys, if you do have molasses and yeast, you are able to include it. That is going to help your feed to ferment faster. But like we said, if you don't have this molasses and you don't have the yeast, it is very okay for you to be able to ferment this feed, but it is going to take you about 7 to 8 days for it to be able to ferment properly. Of course, it's going to depend on how you sliced your banana stem and how you crushed it. If you leave it into big chunks, those big chunks are going to take a longer time for them to ferment, as opposed to if you chopped it into very tiny pieces. So for someone who is using a machine to be able to crush this, if you have some form of like a silage machine that can help you crush this banana stem, of course, that is going to help the stem to blend with your feeds and ferment faster. But like guys, like we saw in our demonstration video, it is possible for you to be able to prepare this feed even when you don't have this kind of machinery. And guys, like I said, if you would like to be able to see this demonstration video on how we are able to actually make this kind of feed, watch the video until the end. We will put the demonstration video at the end of this video, so that you can transition to that video for you to be able to benefit from this. Of course, like I was saying, guys, if you need your eggs to actually hatch, they will need to be laid when they are good quality. Like you can see, this is my chicken here. It has started hatching the chicks. Like you can see, I already have one chick here, guys. And guys, there is a good model that I use here on the farm to actually manage these chicks. So stick to the video. I'm going to be showing you how I manage these chicks to be able to actually grow them. Of course, there are quite many people who have not had a chance to raise a turkey as big as this guy here. This is my male, which is very nice and has given me incredible chicks. And I have been able to sell a lot of them. Now, guys, take a look at this turkey here. This is a turkey here which is about 5.5 months. And of course, guys, don't scream at me. You know that there are turkey breeds that are meant for meat, and then there are heritage breeds of turkeys which are really good breeders. Now, this is one of them. Of course, if it was these turkeys meant for meat, it would be a little bit bigger than that. I do have these amazing white turkeys, guys. These are very good meat turkeys. So guys, if you would like to get these kind of birds, ensure that you give your birds enough feeds. The feeds are going to be important, and of course you know that the feeds are going to be expensive. So learn how to be able to supplement with these feeds for you to be able to manage well. Now, if you've been following us long enough, you realize that for us, we do give these turkeys grasses. We do give them the yam leaves. We do give them alfalfa grass. We do give them blackjack. And then we do give them the fermented banana stem. All these things, guys, is going to ensure that your turkeys actually grow out well and you end up with healthy turkeys which are like this. And guys, the other thing that we consistently do, guys, is in our feed, though the feed is finished here, but this is the commercial feed which we feed. This is basically maize. Then we do add the charcoal here, and we add the minerals and other nutrition that our turkeys need. So if you would like, guys, to know how we make this feed, please comment in the comment section so that we'll be able to send you a link that has the formula that we use to be able to mix this kind of feed. And the end result, you're going to be having very shiny and healthy birds that look like these ones which we have here. So guys, this turkey which you see here is the turkey that helps us to raise our chickens. You can see it has a couple of chickens, guys, and they are quite of different ages. Now, like you see the other chicken that I was showing you, and I told you, I hinted on it that I would show you how we manage the chicks. You can see these are fresh chicks. These are just like 2 to 3 days old. But you also see that we do have that as a size that has grown a bit. It's because whatever we pick from the other chickens that hatch, and we do have a couple of them, we collect them and bring them here whenever they hatch, and this turkey, guys, is able to raise them. Now, this turkey has been able to raise a lot of chickens, and I will be showing you in this video, guys. Initially, it started with its 5 chicks, which are here. These turkey chicks here is what it initially hatched. These were the turkeys. So initially it started with these 5 turkeys which you see here, and you see that they're actually also doing well, and they have grown actually very well. It is the one which has raised this army of chicks. This army of chicks, guys, that you see, they have also been raised by that turkey. That's how nice that turkey is, guys. And like you can see, all these chickens which you see here has been raised by that turkey. That's how dear a turkey can be. And it can be having about 20 chicks at the same time, and it is going to manage them very well without any problems. So guys, what is important is to ensure that your birds are off the ground when they are still very young. Ensure that you have some form of a self-cleaning environment. Like you can see, all the droppings just pass through here and go to the ground. That helps these birds to be able to remain clean, and they don't interface with their droppings at all. At least there is that minimal chance of these birds ever getting to eat their droppings. And you know that if your birds are eating their droppings, then basically you're going to be having issues with coccidiosis, and that is going to be a very, very big problem. And guys, like you can see how these chicks actually enjoy staying with the turkey. Guys, this is one of the lifetime experience for any farmer out there to be able to get a bird like this. Now, it's quite interesting that whenever you find something like this, these are the genetics that you should be able to maintain in your farm, because this is a very wonderful animal. Of course, if you have raised the chickens and turkeys at the same time, you will understand how it is a pain to be able to integrate the two. But if you can have a turkey that can actually raise for you chickens, it means this turkey would have no problem staying together with the chickens, and that would be a dream come true for most of the farmers. Now, it's going to mean that I am going to keep these turkeys very dear and ensure that whatever is female or male from this kind of offsprings that I got from this turkey, I am going to ensure that they survive and keep them here on the farm. The same thing, guys, with the turkeys. You see that they are off the floor, and everything just falls through to ensure that they have a clean environment for them to be able to stay. Now that is going to ensure that you actually don't get disease. Now guys, the other thing that we are doing here on the farm is to consistently give these birds natural remedies to be able to prevent disease. Of course, if you've been following us enough, you realize that our feed is this dark because we do include charcoal in it. And of course, charcoal is going to help you with coccidiosis. It's going to help you to remove toxins in the feeds. It's also going to help you to cure diarrhea. All those issues, when you include charcoal, they will be a thing of the past. The other thing that you can consistently do to be able to maintain your little chickens is, guys, give them something to address the flu. You know that cough and flu is going to be one of the problems that you're going to be facing. Now you're going to be using onions in the water, and if you have not watched videos that we publish here about natural remedies, please comment in the comment section so that we can be able to send you a link to be able to watch those videos. You're going to be using things like onions, garlic, ginger in the drinking water of your birds, and you will never go to the vet to be able to buy medicines for these things. Now guys, the other thing that you can give to your birds is going to be blackjack. I know most people know blackjack. If you've never seen blackjack, please comment in the comment section. We will be able to send you a link with a video to show you how you can be able to identify it and be able to use it in your farm. But that is also going to work as a natural antibiotic to fight all bacterial diseases, but also to boost the immune system of your birds for them to be able to fight these diseases on their own. That is one of the things that, guys, we are pushing here a lot, for people to be able to use natural remedies. Embrace these natural remedies. They do work, and you will not be able to see your birds get sick. That way, when you get to sell your birds, you're able to keep a little bit more money. Now guys, at this point, basically these birds cannot go anywhere. These birds, there's nothing that can happen to these birds. Check out these guys. This has actually overgrown this enclosure. We will be actually transferring it over to the other side. This other one also, guys, has overgrown this enclosure. Like you can see, it's very big, so we'll also be transferring it over the other side. And like you can see, there's some form of gritting over the other side, but that's fine. So those are able to leave the other side, and we kind of concentrate now on this size. Whatever outgrows the other cage, we bring it here. And that is the kind of system that, guys, we are running here, and we have been able to raise high quality birds. Guys, another discovery that we are making is actually that this is also one of the best birds that one can be able to raise, basically because of the growth rate. Now these birds are about 3 weeks old, and you can see, guys, this is how big they are. And I've come to realize that actually it is also very easy to be able to raise ducks. I do have 5 of them, and we have had them with no issues. They don't need medicating, and actually they are just easy. We do give them natural remedies as just part of the routine, but these are also one of the birds that are very easy for one to be taken care of. So if you're looking out for something that grows very fast and will be able to give you meat, I would also, guys, recommend ducks. The problem with ducks is, guys, water. You see that the area where they are drinking from is actually super wet, but we also have the other area where they feed from, which is kept dry, so that whenever they are tired of being on this wet environment, they shift to the other side, which is warmer, and basically the other side is where they sleep. But these are actually very good. Of course, these are Moscow ducks. Then this is a Pekin duck. We hatched quite about 5 Pekin ducks, but I had a little situation here with my cat, which actually ate the other birds, which are, I think they were about 5 or 6, and they were all Pekin ducks. It's quite unfortunate that that kind of thing happened here, but we now keep them in this form of enclosures to be able to make sure that those kind of problems don't happen again. So if you have your other birds that can actually prey on your poultry, you should actually take a few measures to ensure that you don't actually lose your birds to your own animals at home. So of course, for you to be able to hatch your own eggs, basically for all livestock you will need a male, and that is my male. And guys, that is a Peking duck, which is also male. At some point I had a female, but that is no longer with us here on the farm. So basically have a male. We will be sourcing out for a female very soon, but that is how the Peking duck is going to look like. I do have this one, guys, which is incubating eggs, and it has like a week to be able to hatch, and it has about 13-14 eggs that it is incubating, like you can see them there. This is quite nice, and this is the best way for you to be able to actually hatch your own chicks, so that you don't depend on these hatcheries for you to be able to get your new chicks. So normally we always want to have only one cock in our flock, and for this time this is the main guy, but I also assume that this guy here, this one here, is also a cock. If you have not had an opportunity for you to be able to eat the animals that you have raised yourself, it's actually very nice feeling for you to be able to produce your own meat. This guy here is going to be my meal. This guy here is going to be my meal for today. And guys, this is the beauty of being able to raise your own birds. If you've watched the video this far, guys, please consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so that the next time I upload a video, you are notified to come and watch. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and you are invited for this dinner today.